Hey everyone, I'm Grandmaster Ben Feingold. This is 5 Minutes with Ben, and I'm Ben. We're going to look at a game played in 1992 in the Moscow Rapid between Alexander Ivanov, one of the many Ivanovs who's a Grandmaster, and Anatoly Karpov. Let's see, in 1992, Karpov would have been either 40 or 41 years old, so still very strong. They played at Carol Khan, which Karpov plays a lot with black. Played knight d7 variation. Ivanov played the modern, at the time, knight g5. Karpov developed a piece. Ivanov threatened mate 1 with bishop takes f7. Karpov played e6. Now, queen e2 renews the threats against black's king. In this position, white's threatening knight takes f7, king takes f7, queen takes e6 check with a mating attack. So Karpov played knight b6. Not only wants the two bishops, but he's defending the pawn on e6. So there's no shenanigans there. Bishop to d3. Now, in this position, Karpov could take the pawn, but then knight f3 attacks the queen. Then the knight's coming to e5, attacking f7, which is tough to defend. So Karpov ignored that, kicked the knight away. There's no good knight sacrifices now. So Ivanov retreated and defended his d-pawn. Karpov immediately attacked the center, traded on c5, which helps Karpov develop his bishop. Bishop d2, Ivanov wants to castle queenside. Again, he does. Karpov castles kingside. Opposite side castling. Ivanov played knight e5 because he wants to get his other knight to f3. Bishop d7, completing development and leaving the c rook, the c8 square available to one of black's rooks. And Karpov decided to move his f rook. That way he could always play bishop f8 later in case Ivanov tries to attack him, which he did. G4. Karpov decided not to play bishop f8, but played bishop e7. Must have been a mouse slip. Ivanov continued with the checkmating attack, g5. They traded on g5. Now Karpov's f7 pawn is under attack. Now Karpov ignored his f pawn and played for his own attack. He played very enterprising bishop b5. So there's a funny idea here. Karpov wants to play queen takes c2 check, bishop takes c2, then bishop takes e2. Then black wins a pawn, black's threatening the rook, and black has this pin on the c-file. And black's king is safe then because the queens are off. Although white's king could get under trouble in the c-file. Okay, so Ivanov stopped all of that. He played bishop f4. So now his rook is defending the bishop. And now he's got some discovered, attack on Karpov. Karpov traded. And now Ivanov made the losing move, I think. I guess he should take with the knight, always retreat. But he took with the rook, thinking this was a good thing for white. Unfortunately, in this position, Karpov threatened everything. I guess Ivanov misevaluated this position. Karpov played knight fd5. And I don't see a good move for white, although what Ivanov did is really bad. But it's possible it doesn't matter what Ivanov does. Maybe it doesn't matter. Maybe he just lost. I guess the best move is knight h3. That looks awful. That's got to be losing. Probably I just take on f4 and play bishop g5. That's got to be winning for black. Or I could take on f4 and play bishop d6, threatening all the pieces. White's dark squares are quite weak after he loses the bishop. So I'll give you guys a sample of bishop moves. Bishop d2, hangs mate in 1. Bishop e3, hangs the knight on e5. And bishop g3, hangs the knight on g5. So white can't move his bishop, and white can't allow knight takes f4, because then black wins all of white's pieces. The truth hurts. So what Ivanov did was ridiculous, but I guess knight h3 is the best, but that's got to lose. He played rook f3, and that just loses immediately and simply to knight takes f4. Now Ivanov resigned. Ivanov down a piece. Ivanov's queen is hanging. Ivanov's knight is hanging. The queen has to stay on c2, so there's no queen c2 mate. And if you play the obvious rook takes f4, which I assume was Ivanov's intention, then this wins all of white's pieces. So rook f3 is a really bad try. And after knight takes f4, Karpov won a miniature. And it didn't look like he did anything crazy. Karpov just made simple moves, put pressure on white's king on the c-file. And I guess bishop e7 was better than bishop f8 because the bishop on e7 is attacking the knight on g5. Back to the drawing board for Ivanov. Another win for Karpov. I'm Grandmaster Ben Feingold. This has been 5 Minutes with Ben. Please like and subscribe and leave a comment, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.